Let me show in a figure how far our nature is enlightened or unenlightened. Behold, human beings living in an underground cave, which has a mouth open towards the light and reaching all along the cave. Here they have been since childhood, their legs and necks chained so that they cannot move, and can only see before them, being prevented by the chains from turning their heads. Above and behind them a fire is blazing at a distance, and between the fire and the prisoners there is a raised pathway illuminating shadows, like the screen which marionette players have in front of them, over which they show the puppets. Men passing along the wall carrying all sorts of vessels, and statues and figures of animals made of wood and stone and various materials, which appear over the wall. Some of them are talking, others silent. The prisoners in the cave see only their own shadows, which the fire throws on the opposite wall of the cave. Suppose further that the prison had an echo which came from the other side, would they not be sure to fancy when one of the passers-by spoke that the voice which they heard came from the passing shadow? Their truth would be literally nothing but the shadows of the images. Now look again, and see what will naturally follow if the prisoners are released and shown the truth behind those shadows. At first, when any of them is liberated and compelled suddenly to stand up and turn, the glare of the light will distress him, and he will be unable to see the realities of which in his former state he had seen the shadows. And then conceive someone saying to him, that what he saw before was an illusion, and that now, here before him, is real existence. What would be his reply? Will he not fancy that the shadows which he formerly saw are truer than the objects which are now shown to him? The prisoners will require to grow accustomed to the sight of the real world. And first they will see the shadows best, next the reflections of men and other objects in the water, and then the objects themselves. Then they will gaze upon the light of the moon and the stars and the spangled heaven, and they will see the sky and the stars by night better than the sun or the light of the sun by day. But, without doubt, they will see